The fight to lose weight is a very personal battle for a lot of us.
But now the state wants to help you drop those pounds. Michigan always lands in the top 10 heaviest in the country, and right now we're ranked 8th.
24-Hour News 8's Danny Carlson reports the state's launching a website it hopes will help you help yourself.
Marquita Heron is taking these small steps for her niece. The disabled veteran tells us she hopes changing herself will lead to a giant leap for her niece, inspiring her to get fit and break the cycle. But she didn't want to talk about it on camera. It's something nobody wants to talk about. In fact, at this free exercise class at the Baxter Community Center, of the 7 women who came out, 6 said they'd leave if we put them on TV. But it affects a lot of us. Nearly a third of all Michigan adults are obese. Almost 6 million people in the state have a weight problem, and a big portion of them are kids.
Okay, guys, come on, let's lead the way.
The problem isn't getting people to realize it, it's getting them to do something about it. And the State Department of Community Health hopes that's where the 4x4 program will come in.
If we follow 4 healthy behaviors and keep 4 measures under control, we should avoid all chronic illnesses.
Chronic illnesses like type 2 diabetes that go hand in hand with that high obesity rate. More than 10%, or nearly 1 million Michigan adults, have type 2 diabetes, and that's gone up by more than 250,000 people over the past decade. And more illnesses mean more sick days and more medical costs. In 2008, the state says it spent about $3.1 billion with a B in obesity-related medical costs. If nothing changes, that number will skyrocket to $12.5 billion in 2018. So back to those 4 healthy behaviors. Watch your diet, exercise, get an annual physical, and don't smoke. And the state hopes you'll measure your progress by tracking your body mass index, blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood glucose level.
Let's do it.
State workers are taking their own advice. Lunch walks like this one happen nearly every day in the summer, and Director Olga Dazo has lost 40 pounds so far herself.
When I realized that my BMI was 33 and I was obese, I couldn't very well be leading people and being obese. So I have to lead by example.
How sure are you that this plan will make any kind of a difference?
I think it's important to note it's not about surety, especially being that this is a plan that's very strongly centered on the idea of personal responsibility. At the end of the day, if Michiganders aren't ready to make that step, we can't change their lives for them.
All right, it's a crisis. We are hoping that folks will realize it, and we will start a social movement where people will be able to say, hey, health is important to me.
It's about starting the conversation with the goal of making people want to talk about it. Danny Carlson, 24-Hour News 8.
State leaders say it is important to note that this is a 5-year plan, one they're comparing to the long-term war on smoking. 24-Hour News 8 is also watching out for your health. This summer, our Live Healthy campaign will give you 8 specific steps that you can take to get more fit. Just check out our Live Healthy link at woodtv.com, where we'll post tips, events, and a link to the state's interactive weight loss planner. And you can find Live Healthy under the Community tab at the Wood TV homepage.